First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting a good fight of faith and truth and sincerity and wholeheartedly. And shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believers. Shalom to you. And to say, for what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, the Most High sent his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin condemned sin in the flesh. So I just want to talk about the action that Yahawashi did for us. And through what he did, this is why certain men was able to wake up. Because the election obtained that the rest were blinded. And the Lord said that he preserved 7,000 men that have not bowed their knee to Baal. And we understand that 7 is symbolized as completion. So I'm very, very grateful for what Yahawashi did. The spirit of prophecy is the spirit of Yahawashi. So I was sitting here thinking about the miracle that happened to us. I'm talking about, of course the scripture says it, but I'm just putting my little 2 cents on it. We was dead. We was the walking dead. We ain't know what the hell was going on. We thought we was black. We thought we was African American. We thought we was Native American, Seminole, Indian, Latino, Jamaican, Haitian, Mexican. We thought Cuban. We thought we was all these bywords, man. And the Lord, now you got to imagine. So Yahawashi died 2,000 years ago. Just for the day, this age that we're coming into. As it says in 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, there should come a falling away first, and the man of sin, being revealed, the son of perdition. So I'm just thinking about what Yahawashi did on the cross, and it's not a small thing. And of course, to the men of Great Millstone and the affiliates of them, we take Yahawashi seriously. You got people preach Yahawashi for envy and strife, but do you really think about what he done for us? So I hope to be part of the elect. We all do. I'm talking about the sincere ones, of course. You got people out here who just hope this kingdom will last because they have some type of status. You got Hebrew Israelite prophets out there who think they Yahawashi, who think they the savior. But anyways, but of course, we hope we part of the elect. And I can honestly say, through what Yahawashi did, we have a reconcile back to the Father, man. The Father rejected us, and without sending his Son to come down and do what he did, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing now. So that's what I want to talk about this video. So through all the things that we go through, the vexation of the spirit, the plague of the mind sometimes, just the things that we go through while we in this flesh. But Yahawashi, as I said, I'm going to read the last part. The Most High sending his Son, his own Son, in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin condemned sin in the flesh. So, sin is what caused all these things to come upon us. Yahawashi came down here in the same flesh that we got, but he was able to conquer it. So that's what made him worthy to have the status that he have, and for us to receive the grace and mercy that we receive. So from here, it says, seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heaven on the right hand of the Father, Yahawashi, the Son of the Most High, let us hold fast our profession. For we have not a high priest which cannot be touched with the feelings of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. So, I think about this all the time because if we was still under that first covenant, we would be through. If the first covenant was still, on deck, none of us would be doing what we're doing. We would be destroyed. And Esau would get his wish by ruling this world forever. But what Yahawashi did, it wasn't a small thing. His death was very crucial. And his death was very painful. And he really took it all for the sins of Israel. And now that I'm looking, even though we really, really don't know the extent of what Yahawashi went through pain-wise, but taking on the sins of himself when he was Solomon, as it say in Hebrews 7:26, and then taking on the sins of Israel, all of Israel. Do you see how wicked Israel is right now? See, Yahweh knowing all things, he predestinated all things. So that beating that he took came from his own people in the Romans too. But the beating that he took, man, he really, like, all the sins and all the bullshit that Israel is doing right now. Imagine that's the type of beating that he took for us, man. And wouldn't none of us take that. This is why he's the only begotten. This is why you have to worship him. The Father ordained it. All right. It's not a small thing. It's not a small thing, man. So when I think about Yahawashi, sometimes I get, a little choked up. And then I try my best. But, we in this flesh. I try my best to, when you're going through things, to think about Yahawashi. Because it ain't really nothing. I think about two people. Even though it's more. But I think about two people when it comes to when I'm going through something. Job and Yahawashi, man. Job, in a deeper sense, represent all of Israel. But Yahawashi, a perfect man, when he was on the scene, that's what makes it even, more precious. That the perfect lamb, man, the perfect lamb, got slaughtered for us, and we don't deserve it. But let me continue. And it said, let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may attain mercy and find grace to help in the time of need. So that's why Yahawashi said, I think that's 18:1. Yep, he said, he spoke a parable unto them, the disciples, to this end, that men ought to always pray and faint not, because Yahawashi knows what we go through. Because guess what? Why you think he shed tears? Why you think he got weak in the flesh? Why you think that he asked the Father, can this cup pass? So he knows what this flesh is like. But he was without sin. And through his action, this is why the ministry is what it is today. This is why certain men is so, fervent in their belief and in their action. This is why, man. I'm just so happy to be a part. Just so happy to be a part, man. No boasting, no bragging, man. None of us deserve anything. And you got men walking around here like, man, anyway. This is the Yahawashi show, and I just hope to be a part of it. And I know we all do. So it say, for as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took the part of the same, that through the death he might destroy him that have the power of death, that is the devil. Now we know who that is. That's Esau Edom. He have the power of death. Now we all know that the issues of death come from Yahweh, of course. And he committed all things unto his son, which is Yahawashi. So issues of death really comes from Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. But we talking about the man on earth right here. And Satan, of course, works for the Father. You can read Job, the first 2 chapters. But Satan have a seed. So let me get this real quick and come back. for people, could be a new person watching. You never know. So saying Yahweh power said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle. This is beguiling Eve. And then Eve gave the philosophy to Adam, and then they went off. All right. And above every beast of the field, upon thy belly shall thou go, and thus shall thou eat all the days of thy life. And this is future prophecy, because that's what's going to happen to Esau, Edom. This is the same spirit. All right. Same spirit. So anyways, and it said, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed, that's talking about the serpent, and her seed. All right, that's talking about Israel. Jeremiah 6:3. Say, I liken Zion unto a comely woman. All right, it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. So it's going to be a deadly wound when Yahawashi come back. So it says, For as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also likewise took the part of the same, that through the death he might destroy him that had the power of death, that is the devil, and deliver them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage. And what is the bondage? This flesh. This is what it's all about. These damn chains of darkness. See, in this flesh, we have fear of death. Our mind is always running. We're not able to be perfect. We go off. That's all this bondage, man. But see, Yahawashi, through what he did on the cross, he's going to be with us when the temptation come upon the whole world. So through his death, somebody have to be delivered. That's called the elect. We hope to be that. And guess what? If we are that, the Yahawashi gonna give us a spirit to get through. All right. And it says, for verily, and this is one of my favorites when it comes to the virgin birth. All right. For verily he took on not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham. And he literally came from the seed of Abraham. All right. Through that line. Matter of fact, if you read Matthew's 1, the genealogy, it tells you. Because this is talking about when he was Isaac. But that's a whole nother topic. But anyways, so it said, wherefore in all things it behooved him to be like unto his brethren, that he might be a merciful and faithful priest in things pertaining to the Most High, to make reconciliation for the sins of the people. So this is not a small thing. The action of Yahawashi is why you have the ministry today, why the Lord sprinkled water on them that was thirsty, and the water is the word. He sent down a comforter to the men of the Lord. Now we have understanding of all things. When we was lost, calling ourselves black, smoking weed, gangbang, whatever way of life you used to be before you came into this truth, you deserve death. And it says, for in that he himself have suffered being tempted, he is able to succor, which means help, them that are tempted. So think about that. So everything that you go through in life, think about what Yahawashi went through. Think about what Yahawashi done for you. And like I said, hey, we in the chains of darkness. We in these chains of darkness. So, the flesh is going to react. You might get in your feelings sometimes, but that's why he said a man ought to pray and faint not. But just think about what Yahawashi done for us, man. It's beautiful, and I'm grateful. And Lord willing, we continue to push on. And, that's all I got to say. I got more to say, but I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully this video is edifying, and shalom.